I think we are finally live. Jeez Louise. Yeah, sorry about that. That took absolutely forever. But now that we're here, we can finally get started on doing some art for Adapt This. So we're going to go a little bit slow at first just to make sure that everything is properly set up. And let's see, let's check out. Wonderful. Hey, we're actually live, and thank you guys for coming on. Just to make sure we're like live, and you can hear what I'm saying, can you put adapt this in the chat? Just want to know that people are actually hearing me and seeing me. Awesome. It's nice to have you guys on. Hi. Hi, OSC guy. Hi, Mr. Mexicano. I like dungeons too, so that's perfect. I don't like getting lost in them though. That's the unfortunate part about them. I'm gonna skip right on past those, and we're gonna get into. You're the Ball of Doom. Oh, you are the Ball of Doom creator. That's right. Yeah, I remember that. I was watching the live stream after Quentin posted it. Well, I'm glad that you guys are here. So we're gonna do something sort of like what Quentin did the other day with taking audience suggestions, um, which means I'm gonna be asking you guys for prompts, and when we get finished with those individual prompts, we will go on to the. Well, we'll go on to the next prompt, I guess. Makes perfect sense, right? But we're only going to take one at a time, and I'm going to give you guys certain suggestions as well. So for our first item, let's have something. I want something that can be edible as well as being used for an item. Any ideas? And I know there's a little bit of a delay, so it's going to take a little bit of time for the actual chat to come through. It says my Wi-Fi connection is absolutely horrible right now. Okay, bread. First one to come in. So that's the one that we're doing. All right. Oh, also, we're going. Don't tell Quentin this, but we are going to try to get to 15 people, concurrent viewers on stream. I think he maxed out at 13. So if we get to 15, then I'll be able to rub it in his face later. And oh wait, no, Quentin's on stream right now. Licorice can be a rope and a food. That's a great idea, Quentin. That's super cool. And remember what I said to you guys. Don't tell him any of this, okay? Because there's a chance he missed it. Okay. So I'm deciding whether or not to draw things large. Originally, I was trying to fit as many onto the paper as possible. But maybe we could get a little bit more quality out of it if we draw large scale. What do you guys think? And yeah, autocorrect kind of sucks, so sorry about that. Anyways, let's start by drawing a nice big piece of bread. Oh, that's nice. Hey, can you guys hear the music in the background or no? I kind of want you to be able to. This is the music I listen to anytime I'm working on this stuff. If it's not specifically Ape Escape music, then it's going to be some other D&B or jungle music or something like that. Oh yeah, that's a yummy piece of bread. I don't like drawing things twice, so I'm gonna try and do this perfectly first try. And for any other artists on stream, that's a really good rule of thumb to follow. Never do anything twice, never lay any lines down ahead of time, and always draw in permanent ink. Thank you for the bread compliment. Sorry we didn't go with your licorice, Quentin. Let's see. So we're thinking, I was thinking one slice of bread, but I didn't know if you guys were wondering we're desiring like a loaf of bread or toast or anything like that, I feel like toast might have a little bit more versatility. Oh, you loaf it. Thank you, Spenko. Appreciate that. Quentin, who's going to host the game night? That's a good question. Well, it's Quentin. Yeah. Let's see. We're thinking a loaf of bread. Okay. Well, let's draw. I'm going to finish drawing this single piece of bread. No butter on it because that would elevate it to like a legendary item type for sure, obviously. And we're going to draw a loaf on the next page. I got this sketchbook specifically to draw this game, and I wanted to start working on some comics and stuff like that. Yeah, no, butter is OP. So let's try this again. We're gonna draw the loaf. The ink kind of bleeds through, you might be able to see, so I'm going to separately it's gonna go on a completely new page right now. Let's see. Plastic on or plastic off for the loaf of bread. Made an item called the overloader. OSC guy. It overloads item. Okay, that's fair. That was literally my next question is what does it do? Okay, plastic on. Let's do it. It's kind of interesting drawing transparent items, especially when you're using one color, or technically two colors. This is the black and the white of the paper, I guess, count as two separate things. Okay, let's scrunch this up. Actually, I feel like this item is going to be kind of OP too, because you got the plastic that you can use. You got multiple loaves of bread. And then you got this little like plastic bit that holds it all closed together. That might be OP, but that's what playtesting's for. That's always the advice that like every pro game designer gives is like just playtesting, which is a little annoying because sometimes you just want to be done with the game. And you know it's great, but if you've had only your friends play your games, they're trying to, even if they love it, they're trying to play it in a way that makes the game keep working. So you need to find, in my opinion, the most obnoxious person who always tries to break the game. Whoever loves Monopoly unironically is the type of person that you should have playtest your game because they're going to try and hack the game and beat the game and find all the issues that you weren't aware of. Quentin and I have a couple of go-to people we know will always try to wreck the game. And there's even this like game jam thing called Break My Game. I think it's like an in-person convention. I think it's held, they have one of those at PAX Unplugged as well. Let's see. We need a name for this brand of bread that we're drawing right now. Oh, and this is great that we're doing the stream for this because we keep on getting people say we're using AI, and AI doesn't make stuff that looks as goofy as this. It's a different type of goofy. Okay, let's see. We got Brettos. We got good loafs. I like good loafs. I think for the Play-Doh, I just did dough play, and then immediately after that, I was like, oh, I should have done like Play-Doh and just drawn like a cartoonish version of the philosopher Play-Doh. Let's see. The loafer box. I don't know if this is useful, but do a Rubik's Cube. We'll hold on to that idea. Man, how did we not do a Rubik's Cube yet? That might be on the list of stuff that we came up with. Adapt this bread is not good. Loafer, let's see. I like good loaves. I think that's the best one. I'm going to do a little like wraparound text right here. Let's draw the lines where it's going to end up. I'm thinking it's like, if you're holding this in person, it's like a diagonal ribbon going across this. Good loaf. Oh, it's going to be tight. Let's do a nice skinny letter font. Good loaf. Hey, that works. There we go. Good loaf. Let's see. And let's draw. You gotta have some wrinkles, some bread wrinkles in here. I think when you're doing cartoonish stuff, there's this moment where you're just looking at some blank, overly simple shape. Hey, rep, what's up? And then there's a moment where it comes together because you added that last little shadow. Yeah, that last little wrinkle, whatever it is. So I'm still trying to make this look transparent. So I'm drawing like half the details in at a time. Let's see. Let's do this. Oh, good low. You're right. It does kind of look like that. Let me see. Let's thicken this up a little bit. Which means we got to thicken up the other ones nearby. Also, I didn't connect that line on top of the O, so that's fun. See, I think actually by adding a little bit more shadows, it'll actually fix it. Does that look a little bit better? Let's see, Ivan L. Erizo XD. Didn't say hi to you yet. How's it going? Good to see you guys all on stream. What's our... Did we beat Quentin yet? No, 8 is our max so far. Okay. No problem. I got started late on the stream. I had everything set up and I was streaming for a bit. And then I realized I had launched the video on private. That's kind of cool to just screw up like that. So I think we're done. I think we're done with this one. We might come back to it later if we realize we want to add a few more details. So I think I do like the Rubik's Cube idea. I like that a lot. So let's keep in mind for the next item, let's start brainstorming items that you can't find in the real world. Like Ball of Doom is a good example of that. Now, it doesn't have to be an OP item. It could be some sci-fi thing, some fantastical thing. That's a quality loaf. Thank you very much, Spenko. Really appreciate that. Let's do a Rubik's Cube and let's have it partially solved already. Can we hear the music in the background now? I just need some silence filling stuff. Magical floating orb is a very good idea. Portal gun, also a good idea. A magic bread. We'll just make several more bread related items. I don't know if that's gonna go over well with the gluten-free people. Let's see, I already messed this up, but I think this is a good opportunity to show how you can take a mistake and make it work with the art that you already have on the page. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. Actually, you know why I liked Rubik's Cube so much? Just because I knew it was going to be easy to draw. A cloning machine. I like that a lot. Who said that? Mr. Mexicana. Very good idea. Get cubed? Okay. That's, it's a verb. Oh, I was trying to think of this, and maybe Quentin already has some ideas about it, but I want to take this opportunity to hijack the audience and make this canon. What name do you as a group want to be called? I have a couple suggestions. Saltines or Salty Dogs, but I'm going to let you guys throw out the rest of them. I want to just kick the whole table. It's so cool. Salt Gang. Not bad. Not bad at all. What else we got? Let's see. Let's add some shadowing on here while you guys brainstorm. Let's see. So I'm going to depict this little screw up I did as like a shine on the Rubik's Cube. Actually, what are the colors? Is there black on here? Do I have to fill in some of these cubes black? Because they're not going to be colored right now. Salty Bottom Boys. It's not a bad idea. Well, Quentin really likes Salt Gang. Salt Licks. No, That's a bad idea. I'm gonna look up a Rubik's Cube real quick. Hopefully this doesn't turn off anything on the stream. Let me see, Rubik's. Did I type anything? I didn't even type anything that whole time. Okay, we got dark blue, yellow, green, white. Okay, I think I could make the blue. I could fill in some of that just to make this read more like a Rubik's Cube. Okay, sounds good. Now let's go back to the stream and see if I lost everything. Let's see. What did I miss? Salt licks. No, didn't miss that. Can you make an enemy called a nerd? I can. It's the player. And you're your own worst enemy. Let's see, because I'm filling in a large gap, I'm going to use the brush tip rather than the, what is it, the chisel tip? The pen tip? The fine tip? I don't know. Let's see. Let's fill this bad boy in. Okay. Let's see. Did you guys already make rock, paper, crane as an object? Oh, that's right. We were talking about that. Quentin, did we already do that? You got to tell me because I do not remember. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's get one more black cube in there. The rest of the black cubes are on the other side. There we go. And when we do like a colored version of this, we'll fill it in with like more accurate colors. Let's see. We haven't yet, but we should. If we get to 5 likes in this stream, we will add it. Okay, hey, that's good incentive. Okay, let me see. Are we done with this Rubik's Cube, or we need any other details on it? Because I don't think we could add the Rubik's logo to it per se. Now they add some, it's like some rounded corners. The stickers don't cover up. I think that'll really sell this thing as a Rubik's Cube. Hee. Okay, so where are we at with those made up items? I like the portal gun a lot. Don't know if that's game breaking, but we can always draw it, play test it, and take it out later. We had a lot of bread related items. Oh yeah. We already got the 5 likes. That's actually a good point. Yeah, we're at exactly 5 likes right now. That's a good point. Guess we got to add the crane. Hey, Quentin, quick tally. You gave me a number the other day. And you said we need this many more items before the items are done. How many more items do we need in here? Jet boots and nanobots, also a good idea. Thank you guys all for coming on the stream. Usually I'm just doing this all by myself, listening to more Apescape music, which is all right. Just gets a little lonely. Let's see, we are trying to get to 36 for the drop on Friday. I think you have made 18 so far. Now, does that count the ones we just did? Or is that from the other day? I do make a lot of noises when I draw. I'm so sorry. I also make faces when I draw if I'm drawing something with a face. So fortunately, we haven't drawn anything with a face yet. Because then you'd be seeing me make weird faces as I'm staring at the thing. Are there any other artists on stream? Is that normal? Do you guys do that too? Let's see, Quentin just texted me, but my phone's right here. We might lose the camera for a second. Oh. Sorry, that was more of a private message Quentin just sent. But I could talk about it right now. Setting up the dual cameras took me a while to figure out. I thought I had to Bluetooth it, and then I thought it was a Wi-Fi situation, and then I thought it was a USB situation. But I ended up using, what was it, ninja.vdo, no, vdo.ninja. And then I have OBS Studio. And on OBS Studio, that's what a lot of streamers use as like a third-party program to sync up with YouTube's live streams. And the good part about that is it's already like they're both set up to work with each other. You don't have to like bash it over the head to make it work. So you just like copy the the stream code, the stream key. You paste that into OBS Studio, but then you're also simultaneously linked to video.ninja. So it's kind of doing a screen share thing from my phone to OBS Studio rather than having like a direct like hard connection between it. So if you guys wanted to do a 2-camera live stream, I'm sure there's like a million tutorials about it. I didn't watch a tutorial because just like I don't like redrawing things, I also don't like watching tutorials. Which reminds me, we're going to be doing some tutorials on the channel about how to design your own game, so keep an eye out for that. Let's see. I actually draw way faster than this. I'm just taking my sweet old time because I would hate to make a mistake when we're live. I like the salty sea dogs. I think we could get the name even longer, actually. The salty sea dogs is too short. Let's see how many words we could get in there. Everyone always does like the something gang or like the little critters or something like that. Like this is, if this was another YouTube channel, it would just be called like Salties. But I think Salty DK Dan already has that one. Let me see. Okay, let's fill these in and move on because the people are waiting so patiently. Actually, what I would love to do is like some speed drawing challenges. If you ever think you know a character well, just try to draw them, give yourself like a 30-second time limit, and you'll have no idea what that person looks like anymore. You'll just instantaneously blank. Like I was drawing a bunch of Star Wars characters that had 60 seconds each. I was like, I know exactly what Darth Vader looks like. Start drawing, I'm like, pretty sure the color's black. I got that down. The rest of it, not entirely sure. He's got sort of a samurai aesthetic going on. Just instantly forget all the details. Okay, let's see. Let's do the portal gun. Let's see how fast we can do this one. Let's see. I don't think we could rip off Portal specifically, but let's reference it a bit. Here we go. By reference, I mean draw exclusively from memory. Draw some sci-fi looking lines in there. Gotta have a good old meter on the side. Oh, it could be like Portal 1, Portal 2 kind of a situation with the multiple colors. Can you see my messages? Or are you just ignoring chat? No, I can see your messages. So sorry. It's very hard to do this while also reading at the same time. Let's see. Oh, I did miss your message. I'm an artist. How do I get ideas to draw, you ask? I bang my head into a wall enough times to get strong enough hallucinations to draw them. That's actually a fantastic idea. Oh, and I didn't say hi to Pigbit5. Good to see you here. Yeah, I think every artist will agree that their best drawings are either when they are in a horrible mood, when it's 3 o'clock in the morning and they woke up from a dream, or if they're going through some other distressing situation, extremely stressed out for whatever reason, and I don't know why. I don't know what the science behind it all is. Oh yeah, no, I know it's a joke, but there is a little tiny bit of truth to it. Let's see. Let's draw one of these little doohickeys. Line it up. One on this side. And let's suggest that it's metallic by doing some shinies and shadows and stuff like that. All right, nice. All right, let's draw something for the grip. Put some pins in there. Instead of filling it all in black, I'm going to do some texture right here. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Booyah. All right, how are we looking on this? Does this look portal gunny enough? Pearson, how's it going? Good to see you too, big man. Pearson, for a long while, was the only patron. And so it was a tiny bit embarrassing to do just like, here's our Patreon, and then it's just one name. But doing no names felt rude as well. So we are all we just had like a Pearson section tier for a while, and we put a little crown on him. We did little tiny shout outs and references to him in some of the older videos. Yeah, so Pearson's a grade A guy. Helped us out, and he was like the majority of the anything that we collected a while for the channel was just coming directly out of Pearson's pocket. So it felt more like he was a producer than a like a patron or just a fan watching it. So we appreciate you, Pearson. Grade A quality dude. Alrighty. Let's see. I think we're done. No complaints here. Let's add just a little bit more texture to make it a tiny bit more sci-fi. I think that's it. If I do anything else, I'm going to ruin it. Okay. So, let's see. Can you do a taco? Good to keep that in mind. We already did an edible one. Let's see. How about we draw something? And we're going to pick up the pace a little bit here. So why don't we actually start throwing things out? And we're going to start drawing them. So taco is a very good idea. SRBR18. Nice to have you here. Is that how you pronounce it? Or do you want it to be Cerber18? Let's see. I'll come back on stream at 2:30. Okay, thanks for popping on. I got to do something. No worries. Sounds ominous. But SRB18. Now I'm wondering what the SRBR stand for. And if it has something to do with his ominous nature. Anyways, let's throw a taco in there. People start throwing stuff out. I'm going to start drawing these a little bit smaller too so that we can get through a little bit faster. Because we need to beat Quentin's stream. We're sharing the channel, obviously, but it would be nice to beat him at this because he cares so much more about it than I do. Okay, get some of that lettuce in there. Oh yeah. I have in mind like a Taco Bell kind of taco. It ain't Mexican food. That's what makes it so dangerous. Gotta get some little dots on the taco shell. A turkey baster. Oh, actually, a turkey baster is a fantastic idea. You have a banana phone. You know what? I have no idea why we don't. Thank you so much for bringing that to our attention. Okay, let's do turkey baster. Right there. You know, I don't watch a lot of drawing streams. Am I supposed to narrate the lines I'm drawing like we're playing golf or something? Can you make the game night be an Olympic event for the Papersalt Olympics? Oh, that's right, the Papersalt Olympics. It's a good idea. I don't know what Quentin's thinking about that, though. I will not be on the stream later today. Let's see. I'm going to go make it look a little bit transparent. There we go. This turkey baster might be one that we got to redraw at a later date. R1 and friends. Does that mean there's multiple people with you right now? Because if that's the case, then I think it should count towards my concurrent view count right now. Oh, the art stream being a part of that would be great. Actually, I do like that idea. Okay, let's see. Turkey baster. Oh, banana phone. Actually, let's look up a reference for the banana phone real quick. Because this is something that's so extraordinarily important that we have to get it right. Let's see, banana phone. There's a lot of different banana phones. Let's see. If I knew how to share my screen without crashing the entire stream, I would do that right now. But since I'm about to draw what I'm looking at, I think that sort of fixes the problem. Boop. Let's see. Let's get this all set back up again. Okay. Oh, 2 League, thank you so much for hopping on. Let me see, what did I miss? What are we doing here? I'll tell you what we're doing here. We're drawing items for Adapt This. And I'm taking suggestions. Your suggestion matters. And if you got any friends who got nothing to do right now, have them hop on because we're trying to beat Quentin's previous live stream. Trying to get up to 15 concurrent viewers right now. Art War and Brainstormer. I like the words that you're saying. They're good words. Okay, let's do this banana phone. Where'd you go, banana phone? There you go. Okay. Now, I only saw the words banana phone and I didn't think about any of the practical game application, which is dangerous. So what are we thinking the banana phone actually does? Because I think we have a cell phone in the game, and if not, then that's an oversight. Does the banana phone do anything different than a cell phone, or is it going to replace the cell phone? Let's see. Pearson, how about a nice fresh car battery? Okay, well, we got a dead car battery. Might not be a bad idea to put a fresh one in there. But we're trying to make it hard for people too. If we just give people everything that they want, it defeats the purpose of the challenge. Making the most out of very little. Okay. Let's see. Let's put the speaker right up here. Yeah, there we go, baby. I did have for a while Kermit the Frog phone, which I miss dearly. But anytime I got like a legitimately important or difficult phone call, it was very made extra difficult to take that phone call seriously. Like imagine breaking up with someone on a Kermit the Frog phone and you're speaking into Kermit's mouth. Sentient bananas. Not a bad idea. I think sentient banana would be better as an enemy to place in here. And we obviously need to have a phone cord coming out of this, so it's immediately obvious to people. Oh, but what's that? It's not plugged into anything. Okay, let's thicken that up a tiny bit as it trails off, and then it gets thinner down there. Okay, perfect. Let's add a little bit of shadow. Let's see. We're not going to do the fresh car battery because then I don't think you're ever going to choose that one. I know I already said this, but maybe a crayon box. It's not a bad idea. Ball of Doom. Well, we already have Ball of Doom. Oh, we don't have an official Ball of Doom, though. We had like a temp Ball of Doom, right? Okay, let's do an official Ball of Doom. I had something in my head the other day. I don't know if you guys ever watched, what is it, Mystery Men? Ben Stiller? But there's someone who's got their dad's skull in a bowling ball, like a resin bowling ball. And that was the idea I immediately had in my head. What ideas did you have with the Ball of Doom? It's a red ball with Doom beams or beans. A can of beans in the ball. Let's see. Let's do a draft real quick. If you guys don't like this, then we'll do another draft. The Ball of Doom is very important to all of us equally. Okay. So here's my idea. Got a cheekbone right here. Got like a crack in the skull right here. Here we go. Let's see. We gotta add toofies. Okay. There's like a hole on the side of our skull, right? Is that our ear hole? Okay, SRBR, thanks for coming back. The Ball of Doom uses the beam of doom to give certain doom to enemies. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's just a normal ball, but doom music plays when you use it. That's also not a bad idea. Okay, let's improve the shadow a little bit. What's the name of the guy whose skull is in here? Maybe his name is Doom. Okay. Let's add some more of this stuff. Okay. What are we thinking for this? Have you guys add the rock, paper, crane yet? No, we did not, but we are planning on doing that too, League. Laundry basket, I think it could be like a type of ground vehicle. Wait, what kind of laundry basket do you have? Which has laundry that is artillery to throw to blind the enemy. Now you're thinking way outside the laundry basket, that's for sure. Name him Bob. Doors reference. Doombringer's dad. Oh, that's funny actually. Oh, the Ball of Doom. Oh, that's gotta be what it is. It is. Or what's his name? Is Doom Guy? Yeah. You guys should grant me for reaching 10. I am so sorry. We didn't even realize that you gave us 10. What were you requesting? Rock, paper, crane. Is that what you're looking for? We'll give it to you, SRBR18. R1 and Friends globe, but Saturn. Yeah, we don't have globes for other planets. That's kind of an oversight on that. Okay, we're going to do the crane. And because I don't do origami and Quentin does, I need to look at a reference of what a paper crane looks like. Let's see. Paper crane. Wonderful. Also, I realized I missed a line over here. Yeah. Wonderful. I think you guys are set with just these items. You could take on any challenge now. Okay. There we go. Okay, I got my reference, but it's covering up chat, so sorry about that. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Name the guy Baldy. He could be Zarbaldi Bald, like from Bobo 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 Bo, which is a real thing. If you don't know what I just said, I didn't have a stroke. I promise. See, man, drawing these. I'm so used to being able to draw things and being allowed to mess up and just finding a way to fix it. So having to draw it extremely precise is a little bit stressful. About 3/4 used roll of cling wrap. That's great because it's always 3/4. I don't think I've ever bought a new roll of cling wrap. It's just always, I literally, this isn't a joke. I moved into this place like 5 years ago. It was just already there from the last tenant and I haven't replaced it. And I use it like once every other week for something. Fallen Legos as an obstacle would be perfect. Actually, very good idea. Good 2 league. That might be as challenging as any of like the dragon or the lava. Okay, let's get this crane done. Okay. He's got his whittle tail. Obviously. I think there's a line that goes there. Who knows? Maybe there's some more lines that I don't know where they go. I think this goes here. Hard to see in this reference I have. And let's give him another little wing. And you know what? Because I want this to be accurate to specifically rock, paper, crane, I want to off stream put the writing on here, but I don't want to hold you guys up and do that all in front of you all. Okay, so where are we at? The cling wrap was a great idea. I think I like the idea of doing a laundry basket too. Let's see, R1 and friends. Make a ball which if you press a button, it becomes a giant robot and murders you, as in it murders the player. I don't know if that's useful, which is actually great. Because it makes the game more challenging. We should just call them paper and salt. Is there a type of person that's a paper and one that's a salt, like a Sharks and the Jets or a Bloods and the Crips kind of a situation? Those are the only gangs I know. And 2 of them are fictional. Okay, I think we're done on here. I really like how these ones came out. I think I like drawing them small too. We're going to keep doing that small. Okay, let's do the cling wrap. And there's always like one little bit that didn't rip properly. Even though you do it perfectly. And if you try too hard, then you like cut yourself on that little tiny serrated thing in there. Let's see. Almost a 15? Really? Still got the crane thing in my way. Yeah, that's right. Quentin. Sorry, I got a little aggressive. Let's see, and there's going to be like little shinies and ripples on here. Hopefully this reads well as the thing that we're going for. I think, as you can notice, I also like not connecting lines. I feel like if you get what I drew, you don't need all the lines to connect. And that's often for me where a lot of the mistakes come in, is when I'm doing those like last little bits. It's an oversight. It's like you don't need perfect grammar when you talk. If you understand what I'm saying, and it's not in writing, like we're just having a conversation, I don't see why my drawings or my grammar have to be perfect. Let's see. Zach and Quinn should be cool for short. Are we cool? Are Zach and Quinn words for cool? Is that what you're trying to say? Because I like that. Z and Q is perfect. 3 way to hit the goal. That's right. Make a hypercube, tesseract. Oh, why didn't we think of that? Okay, we might do that. Let's see, and there's that little, it's made of like a particle cardboard kind of situation. It's all these little dots. It's gonna be shadows up here. I do this weird thing where I always, no matter what I'm drawing, my light source always comes from the same exact location. It's always from right here. For whatever reason, there's some artists that refuse to draw like hands. And so they'll always draw them like hidden by something. Like there's a Deadpool comic artist that doesn't like drawing shoes or feet. Okay, see you, Mr. Mexicano. So he always just draws them off panel. There's something in front of them. I can't remember who it is, but if you look it up, you could go through the whole comic and maybe see like not one single pair of shoes in the whole thing. Okay, got the cling wrap. How do we indicate that it's 3/4 empty? We don't really. I think it's just going to be in the title. We're going to put that so we can remember a note. 3/4 empty cling wrap. Okay, I heard you guys are making a Discord server soon. Will there be a section for fan-made stuff? That is part of why we want to do it, and it was the original idea that we had. And I even set up the Discord and forgot that we had it. And then we made it private because we wanted to make sure that we had the time and the attention to give you guys. Because how many times have you been on a Discord server for a creator that you like, and there's just like zero interaction with the creator? And I didn't want to do that, so we just like made it private for a while. But now that we're getting closer to knowing how much time we can dedicate to this and how much attention and feedback we've been getting from you guys, which is awesome. Now that we know that, we feel more comfortable about doing the Discord soon. Soon, not right now, like today, but soon-ish. Okay, I saw something about a music box in there that I liked, and I like the tesseract also. Music box that rickrolls the player. I think we have to do that. Let's do the tesseract first. Maybe a player can trick someone that they have a tesseract, but it's actually a Rubik's Cube, or the Rickroll music box also. Okay, so we need this thing to be glowing, obviously. I draw things way out of order. Like I don't think I've drawn any people on stream yet, but like most of the time people, they start with a circle. And then they draw the eyes. They have those like lines going across the face. And that is better to draw that way. I just don't know how to do it in a way that helps me. So what I will do is like, oh, I'm going to draw the left eyebrow. I'm like, oh, wait, I should draw that shoe right now. And then I should draw their hair. And then I'll start shadowing the shoe from earlier. And then I'm drawing the face. And then I'm drawing something they're holding in their hand before I draw their actual hand. And that's the only way I can get something done. I think a lot of what art is, because there's no right way to do it, it's just whatever works for you. And I said it in a previous video, in a video recently, that style is just the mistakes that you choose to keep. And I genuinely believe that. Because you could look at certain, I feel like it's easiest to see with like directors. They'll do something that for any other director would be considered a mistake. They're making things too symmetrical. The way that they do their color grading is not natural. But if you did it on purpose and you're eliciting the right response that you want from people, then you nailed it. Maybe you're trying to make people uncomfortable with this scene. That's not a mistake. That's intentional. But maybe you discovered it by mistake at some point. You chose to keep that, make it a part of your style. I'm sure there's a bunch of artists that you could think of as a reference for doing crazy things like that. So because a tesseract is a 4th dimensional shape, we're going to do some crazy like weird little abstract details going on here. They'll hopefully read to anyone at a glance that this is a fourth dimensional shape. Okay. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Now, what is a gravity fillet? I saw that earlier, and I was trying to, while I was talking, remember what that is. Steak, but fancy. Gravity fillet. So it's like a really heavy, fancy steak? I mean, I'll do it. That cow's got to be really heavy. Let's see. And it should have... I'm thinking of that episode of Adventure Time where a fourth dimensional shape would have a three-dimensional shadow. So I'm wondering how to communicate that. I might edit this later. Like draw a new variation of it. So what if the shadow also had sides to it? Let me see. Let's not waste my time. Let's use the big one. There we go. It gets pointed out to me all the time that I hold my pen weird. I get asked if I'm left-handed while I'm using my right hand, which is a little bit irritating. Unless they're saying like, oh, you must be left-handed because you're so bad at writing or drawing or whatever. And I'm not. It's just how I do it. It's the only way I could get it done. Okay. This is looking kind of interesting. Might do another version of that off stream. Let's see. It also makes you flat. The fillet? Yeah, that makes sense. A Sumerian tablet. I like that idea. Like have some ancient cuneiform on there or something like that. Are you doing obstacles or normal objects? So we finished for this first version of the game, we finished all the obstacles. That video I posted the other day was me drawing the last of them. Oh no, I was drawing items on that one. I just very briefly showed the obstacles that I drew at the very beginning of the video. But yeah, this is just going to be items, and hopefully we're finishing all the items today on this stream. So, Quentin, have you been keeping count? I have no idea how many more I'm supposed to do. I know we got a number more. Let's see. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think we got, what is it, 5 more or 8 more? Yeah. But on Quentin's stream later tonight, he's going to be doing what he did the other day with the obstacles and getting you guys feedback on how to solve the obstacles, which I thought was super cool. I never thought of doing it like an interactive live stream. So let's do our Rick Roll box, and let's get a picture of Rick Roll up while we're doing that. Sentient chair. Now, would you rather be a sentient chair or sentient banana? I think that was the one mentioned earlier. Okay, Rick Astley, what do you look like? He's a pasty little guy, that's all I know. Okay, perfect. I got a good picture of him right here. Okay, we got a lot of cubes going on in this stream, which is interesting. So I'm not going to draw this one diagonal. I'm just going to vary up the silhouettes a little bit. Man, I have like an art friend who does like legit art for, I think he did some stuff for Disney, but he does a lot of stuff for Apex. And anytime I show him my stuff, he just immediately dissects it with like perfect art theory and color theory and stuff like that. I was like, oh, I am bad at art. Thank you so much. So I really hope he doesn't see this stream. He's not currently in the chat right now, so I can make as many mistakes as I like until he sees it. Let's see, we need a little crank up windy thing over here. Let's see, ba-da-boom. Thank you guys for all the suggestions. It's really helpful. Apex as in the music? No, as he's an artist, he's a concept artist for the character designs. And I know he's worked on other stuff. I just can never remember. He's done a couple of like non-mainstream comic books. Like it's not Marvel or DC, but it might be Icon or what is it, Image, Dark Horse, something like that. What if you add an iron, like the ones you use on clothes? Oh yeah, I know that's something when we were a kid it would be the regular. It would be like a plastic bag, duct tape, and iron. I'm surprised we didn't put that one in here yet. So let's do a little tiny Rick Astley on top of here. Ready to Rick roll you. Let's see. Just gonna be a little guy. Get his cool hair. His little hand. I actually really want this now. Let's see. He's wearing a polo shirt and a suit jacket. What a cool guy. Oh wait, I said Apex. I was thinking of Aphex Twin. I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry if that's something I'm supposed to know. But you know the rules, and so do I. There we go. Oh, he needs a little microphone stand. I totally messed that up. Don't know if they'll read it all. Nope, not at all. Just looks like he's got a really long tie on. Oh, wait, and I messed that up too. Okay, good opportunity to add some more little details. The mistakes we choose to keep. That should be my theme song. Okay. Let's see. Some music thing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Neither do I much. Okay. Hi, Mom. How's it going? Nice to have you here. Guys, be cool. My mom's here. Let's see. I think it'd be funny if it was like a little antique box, like it existed before Rick Astley was even born. And he found this and he immediately knew what his destiny was supposed to be. Let's see, let's extend this to make this make a little bit more sense. Dee-dee-dee-dee. OSC guy, I see your comments, but I don't know what they mean as far as items go. 2 League, hello. More object show references. Too many object show references. Yes, thank you, Mom. I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know how to share my screen yet. I'm too worried about sharing it and then like the stream closing because I tried to do that a little bit earlier. New object is to embarrass you. Yeah, I don't know. Assassin Doggo. I know you. From yeah, you had some good suggestions about something the other day, but I can't remember what it was. Maybe you can remind me. Let me see. He's got a little dancing guy up here. We got our music box right here. Let's just put a little Flagstaff 8th note right there. For whatever reason, that's the only way we can communicate that something is music related is if we use these specific notes. Let's see. Let's add a little decor, like some carved details in here. Here we go. I think R1 and Friends might have took that advice from earlier and hit his head on something trying to make art. And now there was a disclaimer about that, so I don't feel particularly guilty, but I do feel bad regardless. Okay. Gonna add some ivy, make it all pretty. You're saying references? References to what? Like to me? I didn't mean suggestions. I was listing these guys' references. Ah, I see. Well, that makes more sense. Okay, we got a music box, folks. Gotta add a little shadow there for him. All right. Already lost count of how many we have left to do. Only 11 concurrent viewers. Guys, text your friends. Get them on here. Get your other devices open. I appreciate you guys being on stream. This is really cool to have you guys. We got 4 left. Oh, thank you so much for keeping count. That is the name of the series. Got it. Okay, now that makes more sense. I'm going to have to look through the stream later. I feel like there's a couple chunks of this conversation that I completely missed. Your friends are asleep? Oh. Do your friends sleep in, or are you like on the other side of the world? Because it's 2:44 p.m. for me. And let me see. Let's get back on those references. What are we thinking of? What's something, if you were making useless items for another player, you're just trying to weigh them down with supposedly useless stuff, what kind of things are you giving them? Because it's easy to win when you got like the jetpack. If you've played, what is it, Ultimate Chicken Horse? There's certain items that immediately break the game. They can be super fun, obviously, but I think when you have restrictions, that's when you get the most fun out of something, because that's how you get around those restrictions is the fun part. Everyone knows you're going to win if you got a jetpack. But what if you have like a bunch of floss and gum and you make a grappling hook out of that? That's a more interesting person. Canned vegetables. Okay, that's great. And it's 12 o'clock where you live? That's pretty late. Unless it's 12 p.m., then that's a normal time. The Executioner. Now, I think that would have to be an obstacle again. This is the suggestion for Adapt This, Assassin Doggo. Oh, yes. That's what we're doing right now. Sumerian cuneiform. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, we're going to do that one. Got to remember, I forgot my Sumerian cuneiform. Let's see. Just so we can have an accurate reference. I know it's like a bunch of triangles and lines and stuff like that, but isn't that all languages? Okay, there we go. Not sure if all those are Sumerian or none are. None, actually. Another Ronin. Oh, yeah, now my dad's here. Do you draw caricatures? So, actually, I'm going to pause the music, which I'm still not entirely sure if you could hear it. I need to address this real quick. My dad has been trying to get me to draw caricatures for literally my entire life, but I used to try to draw only realistic stuff or detailed things of unrealistic things like a robot or whatever. And my dad got me this book on caricatures. I was very unappreciative of it. So I never got into it. And then I stopped drawing for like 10 years. Yeah, from like 2012 to 2019, I didn't draw at all, so 7 years. And then I was just really bored one time at a friend's house, and I just started drawing like the worst versions of my friends who were there with me as possible. And I started posting those on Instagram, and then everyone who was following me said, "Oh, you should do me next." I'm like, "You want me to draw a bad drawing of you?" And they all said word for word exactly the same, like they copied and pasted it. Yeah, do your worst. And so I would, and they'd love these awful drawings. I was thinking of doing a stream where we do more bad drawings, but of like famous people and influencers. And people started paying me to do it. And I'm like, wow, this is basically caricatures. And maybe my dad had something after all, but it was my style of caricatures. Warden, what's up? Nice to have you here. Um, and yeah, so that became my thing. Although I was posting it as ugly drawings or like the ugly versions of people, and I got immediately 2 strikes on Instagram, and all my stuff got taken down. And so I had to stop doing it. That's why we're gonna do it here on YouTube, and hopefully it doesn't get flagged and my account doesn't get deleted. But I love doing those awful drawings. Some of my favorite things I ever drew were these off-brand versions of people is what I started calling it. Anyways, that's the story. So my dad was right all along, and now he gets to hear me say it in front of a bunch of people. So I'm sure he's super duper happy. Ain't that right, Pops? Let's see. It's a family reunion. It is. Let me get my other alt. Thank you very much. Actually, I've been covering it up. What are we at? We got to 13. Awesome. Okay, so we tied with Quentin. Just 2 more. Well, actually, 1 more and then we win, but 2 more. And we could say we got 2 more. Just felt silly to just do like 14. Okay. All right, well, let's get that music back on. Hello. Okay, ancient cuneiform, obviously. Oh, actually, we could write something with this. Oh, it is so intricate. I don't know if we want to write something with this. 81 SRBRS. Sup? Thank you. Oh, wait, did we get to 16? Oh, you guys rock. Now, earlier I said don't let Quentin know about this, but now that we actually did it, let Quentin know on the stream later tonight that we got to 17. Oh my gosh, it just went up again. Very cool. Also, there is a fake old language alphabet for English. There is. I didn't know that. Is it what for English, like Beowulf? Let me see. Sorta 17. Okay, awesome. We're doing great, guys. You guys rock. You guys are the best. You're my salty dogs, my salty boys and girls and ghouls. Okay. I'm gonna write something cool, and you guys are gonna have to decipher it with your own understanding of Sumerian cuneiform. I don't think any other game is doing what we're doing. We're just making a bunch of random objects, and they are as absolutely insane as possible. The only other game that has this language in it, I'm sure, is what is it? It's that oldest game ever made that they found in ancient Sumeria, which is modern day like Iran or Afghanistan or something. I think it's called like the King's Game or whatever. Whatever. I'm a huge source of information, aren't I? It's not real Sumerian, you know. People make fake assumptions. This one, oh, well, the translation is probably incorrect. That's absolutely true. So you guys are going to have to decipher my version of this, apparently. It's interesting. I would love to see what tools they use to write this. Like, I'm sure it's a chisel of some kind, but what does it look like? Failing banana bread. I explain Roblox games. Well, I think you got a lot more explaining to do than just the game right now. Let's see. What other details do we have in here? Okay. One last little detail. There we go. We got our cuneiform. Wedges, like the shoe, or cheese wedges? Use wedges on clay. Oh, you're answering my question. So sorry. Never mind. I can't decipher this. Could the IRS be an obstacle? They are, for sure. I do agree with you. And how would you have to get... Who's someone who has successfully evaded them? Because the only famous stories of people evading the IRS are people who weren't successful. Like, was it Al Capone, Wesley Snipes, Will Smith? Will Smith could be an obstacle. Spinning laser pull obstacle could be an obstacle as well. That's a great idea. Now, if you're asking chat how their day's going, feel free to answer chat. If you're asking me, it's going great. I had a bunch of Chips Ahoy, and I made a burger with eggs on it. So that's how my day went. Okay. What's our count at, guys? I lost count again. I'm going to have to scroll up to see where we're at. I think we have 4 left. Is that right? Minecraft dirt block. Now, see, we got too many cubes already. I'm gonna do a what is it? We're gonna have a limit on how many cubed items there are. We got spheres. I think those are the only recurring shapes that we've had so far. So, what if we did something like? Let's go back to doing like our useless items thing. I think that's gonna be interesting. While we're thinking about that, I'm gonna finish doing some of the shading on here. I think it could be improved. Make a Sierpinski pyramid. Okay, well you got the note on the different shapes. So that's actually, you're playing by the rules we set. But I will have to look at what that is. Sierpinski. Now, are you saying Sierpinski triangle? Because that's what I have popping up. Oh, no, we're not drawing that. That's insane. That's like a infinite Triforce pyramid. Your monitor got disintegrated? Like, for real? Or because of the drawing? Do a pet rock item. Actually, I love the pet rock item. We are not doing the pyramid. Do a Mandelbrot set paper. You guys are getting like really, really into making up words that don't exist. But I love the pet rock idea. Rock with googly eyes, yes. Precisely. And we're gonna draw on it like a kid drew on it with Sharpie or something like that. Shadow that boy up. See, a nice easy one. Made my life a cinch. Appreciate it. A polar bear who loves Coca-Cola. That would be a good obstacle. I do like that. He's gonna be named Rocky. Obviously. A fractal. Pet rock. Yes, no. Pet rock, I think, is an excellent idea. Thank you so much for suggesting that. I think that should deserve you. I think you should get extra points in the Papersalt Olympics. Like, do participants get the points too? I actually haven't talked to Quentin about that. Also, sorry the delay on responses. There's a bit of latency on here. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, my very slow internet connection. If I sit on this side of the couch, I get nothing. If on that side of the couch, it's fine. I did have to set up this whole setup on the wrong side of the couch, unfortunately, though. So maybe next time we could get a better connection going. How many objects show references does this stream have? I I don't know. 27. Dang. Okay. What else we thinking of, gang? My salty licks. Hey, I know you're not saying to do Medal of Honor as an item, but Medal of Honor is a great idea. Because it looks useful, but it's basically useless. Did we ever get the music thing figured out? Did you guys still not able to hear it? Because it's pretty loud for me. I don't know what country this is for. We're going to do 4 stripes because I think most people do 3 stripes for whatever their country is. But adapt this goes beyond borders, right? Could you make a meme template as an object? That's actually a great idea. A black sphere with spider's legs, which looks terrifying but is actually friendly. That's a good idea, R1 friends. It does nothing but keeps you warm. That's so sweet. I like the meme template one. Are you disappointed that we got to 17, but we're no longer at 14? Did it feel more intimate then? Okay, and there's a little pin on the back. Okay, I'm gonna do H for honor. Okay, I like doing the meme template thing. I don't know how it's gonna be used, but that's what playtesting is for. I'm gonna do, it's always like real thick letter font too. It's upper. Let's see if I make the criminal mistake of making things too big and having to squish it all together. Upper text. Are we gonna make it? Oh my gosh. Just barely. I think that came out perfect. Let's not think about that. Okay, what did I miss? Pearson, how about an expired Costco membership card? Perfect idea. Pretty square though, physically. I'm back. Sorry I was busy. Hey, thanks for coming back, Neil and Nick Experiments. We appreciate that. Make a, what is that, a pile of sand? Or is that going back to the pet rock thing? We already did that. Even that's what Quentin there for. Quentin's there for a lot of stuff. All the stuff that I'm bad at doing, he's good at doing. But don't tell him don't tell him I said that. Cozy blanket that does nothing but keep you warm. That's better than the ball of spiders. That one scares me. Okay, we're gonna start this one over here in this corner. Lower. Whoop. There we go. We got a tiny bit more room this time. I just realized my tongue was sticking out that whole time. They call me the Michael Jordan of drawing dumb stuff. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Okay. And we'll do, what's that thing? I don't know if they still do this, but the template used to be a starburst, not the candy, but like the shape. Just in the middle. There we go. And we'll do like, obviously a cat silhouette. Because cats rule the internet. Okay, a Panzer tank. Now, if we're talking about useful items, that's a perfect idea. Let's see. An eye. I meant for the playtest. Okay. A Santa hat, or perhaps a 48-inch waist khaki shorts. That's good. I like that. Draw Pepe the Frog in the. Oh, I should have drawn Pepe. I'm ridiculous. Actually, just to make up for that, I'm not going to use a reference because I think it'll be 10 times funnier. I'm going to draw Pepe on stream for you guys. Maybe he'll be an item. This is what he looks like, right? He's just sort of a freaky little guy, huh? There's that one meme of, what is it? Someone dressed as the Grinch? No, someone dressed as Pepe. And everyone on the news was like, someone's dressed as the Grinch. I'm like, wow, and zero research whatsoever. You just gotta recognize, like, if that doesn't look like the Grinch and the internet exists, it's probably not the Grinch. Has it got spots? See, this will be our legally distinct Pepe. We need to rename this new Pepe, though. So start throwing out names for me. This version of Pepe, he's business savvy. He owns a startup. And that's why he's got a button down. You know what? Let's add a little bit more detail. Because you guys deserve it. Oh, well, I did that, so that means I need to do that. Draw out the lines a little bit more. Okay. Like the internet an object. Filberto, Papa, Peep. It's an anagram for Pepe. It's a very close anagram. Peepee or Papa? I like the idea of making it really close, but I also like Assassin Doggo's idea of making it not even remotely close. Like Filberto. Filberto or Papa are my go-to ones right now. Let's see some more votes in the chat right now. Who's thinking Filberto and who's thinking Poo Poo? Poo Poo's also good. Okay, so we got 3. It's gonna be either Papa, Filberto, or Poo Poo. And I'll throw Pee Pee on there too. And those of you guys using your alt accounts too, you have an extra advantage because I don't know whose alt accounts belong to who. Okay, we got Papa, Filberto. He looks like a Papa. I think he is. I think he at least has kids. Epep or Epep, Papa, Epep. I'm seeing a lot of Papa, so let's go with Papa. Oh, wrong side for the pen. Oh, and eventually, I completely forgot to address this. The camera's in the way of the stream. I realize that. And eventually I'll figure out a way. I could not get it high enough to not be like directly in the way. So eventually I hope we can figure that out. Oh my gosh, how do you even pronounce that? Okay, actually, I'm going to try to pronounce this. Maybe we could get that etymology guy to pronounce this. Papepu. Guys, send that to someone who knows how to speak multiple languages like a polyglot and tell me how close I got to that. Bruh, only one person said Papa. What are you talking about? One person said Papa. We got so many Papas. Let me see. Oh, we do have one Papa, but it's the same person over and over and over again. You're absolutely right. Let me see. Okay, we're going to have to do a recount. Glad you caught that before I wrote that down. Let's see. Danish, French. I don't know. Yeah, I think that last one's French also. I'm so sorry. 81 RBRS. Filberto in Spanish. I think Filberto is Spanish, right? I thought he wouldn't notice. Yeah, no, I absolutely didn't notice. You got me. Let's see. Filberto. Yeah, I should have done that thing where I limit you guys to how many comments you could do per minute. The pee-pee, poo-poo, peep, Filberto, Papa, Filberto. Okay. I think we've landed on Filberto. His legal name is going to be Filberto. Is that Filberto with 2 L's? Wait, Filiberto. Is that a mistype? Filiberto. Okay, it's Filiberto. And his middle name is Papa. And his last name is Pee. But friends call him Poo Poo. Man, this is the height of the stream. It's saying Poo Poo on stream. Filiberto, Papa, Pee Poo Poo. If we were doing a try not to laugh thing, that would have quite nearly got me. Okay. Are we on the last item right now? Who's keeping count? Is this the last item? Let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Was Filiberto Papa Pee Poo Poo the last one, or do we have one more? You could just call me Poo Poo. I'd rather not. Okay, well, whether this is the last one or not, we're going to do one more. I think you're right, Mr. Mexicano. I'm glad that you're still with us. We're going to do one more. We're going to do a jumbo size. For the peak of the stream. Yes, exactly. For the peak of the stream. This is a continuation of the peak of the stream. Machine that everyone forgot what it does. Oh, the iron. The iron. But we can make some sort of implication that it is some sort of like eldritch device that's just looks a lot like an iron. No one knows what it actually does. It'll be called not an iron. Or we could do dendrite. Oh, I see what you're doing. Iron or sulfur. Or we could just do Einsteinium. There we go. Okay, after we draw this is going to be the end of the stream, guys. Thank you so much for coming on. Let's see. Probably should have looked at an iron for a reference because this is just going to end up looking like a watermelon. Let's see. We're going to add some implications that this is not your ordinary iron anymore. Part 2? Yeah, no, there's definitely going to be like we're going to keep on doing streams like this with the drawing. With obstacles, we want to do expansions of this game. And we want to do spin-off versions of the game as well. One of these has got to be like a little mouth thingy. There's going to be steam coming off of it. Or maybe it's some sort of otherworldly ethereal vapor. You're going to be late for the next stream? Okay, Assassin Doggo. We'll hold a spot for you, though. Let's see. Going to add like a little groove thing here. These ones are going to get a little bit smaller. Okay. We need to make a shiny. And another little shiny over there. Okay. Now we're going to add this little doohickey. Ooh, yeah. gonna line up right there. Make the map a non-Euclidean world. It kind of is. It's like as close to a non-Euclidean world that a definitely 2D world could be, which I guess would be well, not a three-dimensional world, because that's the whole point of it being non-Euclidean, is that it doesn't follow the basic geometric shapes. But the fact that you could kind of maneuver things around, maybe that's like the secret background lore that's going on, is this world is like constantly shifting due to like some sort of higher power. Yeah, no, that's something to toy around with for sure. Okay. I'm gonna call this, we're not done with it. Not an iron. This sounds like an oddly specific thing to say, but I've been really into drawing appliances lately. It's so lame. Just like trying to nail what the textures feel like and all the different angles of it. I'm trying to do that from memory. This is an interesting thing. And then I'll stare at that object later and go like, yeah, I didn't get that at all, actually. That's good practice. Okay, then we need a big cord. I'm just drawing what my iron looks like. So once these are all done, I'm going to scan them and send them to Quentin. And who knows, maybe your item might end up in the stream later tonight. There we go. Oh man, I just been drawing that last whole bit off camera that whole time. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. The Doombringer could be the final boss. 13 people on stream left. Hey, it's nice that you guys stuck around. We really appreciate that. I'm gonna keep on building up this audience more and more. And there's more that we can do, obviously, with the support that we've got from you guys. Like, I was able to buy this camera rig because of you guys. And it didn't have to come out of my pocket, so I could feel comfortable reinvesting back into the channel and the company and stuff like that. But I think we're basically done. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sorry we started late. We're just going to keep on getting better and better at doing this. And if you guys have suggestions for it, we've been reading everything, every single message that comes in. Quentin and I send it back and forth to each other. We're so happy with the stuff that's happening. Like, Quentin's been busting his butt trying to make this into more than just a hobby, but into something that we can share with you guys, something that we can hopefully do full time at some point. And you guys are making that happen for us. We appreciate that. Our one in friends, I have a better idea. A non-Euclidean boss with a black Wath 2D eyes with 2D eyes that stare constantly at you and fling objects and portals around at you and poke all 40 of its eyes to kill it. Okay. I think, man, I think when I get suggestions like this, it makes me want to do a stream. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched Monster Garden before, but he's like creating a world and he works on like each individual piece of the lore at a time, whether it's a character, a race, a creature. And it's so in depth. And I would love to do something like that with you guys. So if that's interesting to you, like comment that here, comment that on our Patreons. You might drum up some interest across the community because we've been like blowing up because of you guys. Like Rock Paper Crane did great. You guys seem to like adapt this. And on top of that, like you guys keep on giving us fantastic ideas that we want to do more with. We want you guys to feel heard, and that's why we do streams like this where we get to interact with you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You guys seem to enjoy it. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to log off right now. How long were we on stream? An hour and a half. Awesome. Okay, I was only planning on doing an hour. OSC guy, for the lore, you are a prisoner convicted of, and to gain your freedom, you must defeat the Doombringer to stop the world to be destroyed. Okay, love the references, guys. Love to be included in one of them at some point. Anyways, logging off. Have a good day, everyone. See ya on the stream in less than 5 hours. Okay, see you there.